pick. My goodness, very exciting stuff, Cinderman. OG versus Liquid in this best of 3 upper bracket showdown. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I mean, the last series it had I don't know. Were you hopeful that the pregame interview thing was actually going to happen? That they would just sign a gentleman's agreement about not banning Dusa? But then it became a mind game. They're like, we don't really trust that you guys are going to uphold that, so they banned it anyway. But it means we get to see something else, because the story of the previous 2 games was really, it was very Medusa-centric, and now we're going to get something completely different.
Praise Gaben for that.
As Shiva pointed out, the last time we saw this BZM Invoker, I think, who was it they played against? He was getting doomed all game. He went 1-15-1 in that game.
Oh, she
I think
said
it was against
1-10-1, so I think it was worse.
Oh, it was way worse. I think it was against Shopify Rebellion, and Saberlight played Doom and actually just hunted him the whole game, and he just didn't get to play. I think Invoker's matchups in this game are better overall, so this could be a redemption story for him, and I think he just wants to, you know, when you have a really bad game like that, you probably just want to, you know, prove what you've got. It is one of his best heroes, for sure.
I will say, he is already starting out with Exhort, so that answers one of the questions at least.
Yeah.
And looking at OG's lineup, they have so much like AoE zoning. They got the Pit, Freezing Field, Bloodright, Brambles. If you get Cataclysm, that's going to be a pretty dirty spell this
Minefield.
game, I think.
Yep.
Well, they don't have techies for the Minefield.
That's true.
But that would also be
They could have had one more AoE ability then.
That's true.
At the same time, though, you look at Liquid's heroes. I really like Liquid's draft. I think it has some of the really powerful things in this patch. They've got the Caudal Beastmaster, which I think is an outstanding opener. This lane is incredibly powerful. They have a good matchup for the Monkey King in the safe lane against Underlord. And I think the Pango Invoker matchup, like Jenkins says, I think it's probably true that Exort might pull ahead slightly here, whereas Wex would lose. But I don't think either way that Pango struggles. I think he's going to do fine.
He might struggle against the old Rupture that they talked about.
That will be a problem.
Probably the biggest counter in the game for Pango. And the fact that you have to itemize a Linken's feels terrible, but Insania probably has to go around the Brambles. A nice boundless strike coming out to try to save Insania, but it looks like First Blood will go the way of Taiga on OG's side.
Yeah, got caught in a really awkward position. They're perfect Brambles. There was no really easy way around that to run back, so he had to take this awkward path, and it ended up taking too long. That's really big news for OG, actually, because I think on a theoretical level, this lane is extremely hard as soon as Silencer and Monkey King reach level 2 or 3. So getting that little bit of a head start up there is very, very nice for them. The First Blood did go the way of Taiga. Not the Underlord, but still, assist gold still nice, and the experience.
Well, Mind Control doesn't deserve the First Blood because he did lie about them banning Medusa.
True.
Bad boy MC. Never thought he would lie, honestly.
Bad
Seems
boy
like
for life.
Such an innocent young child. So as we talked about, BZM versus Nisha in the mid lane. So far, relatively even in the CS. Obviously quite early. Kitrak getting harassed down in the bot lane, but Yuragi's there to help clean up. And he's doing A-okay. Frostbite applied to Zai.
He's going to die now.
Yuragi, they lose their CM, but Zai might get run down by Yuragi, but they are a little too close to that tier 1 tower to dive at this point.
So this is a miserable lane for CM. She does not have good health. She does not have good health regen, and she's going to get spammed by axes and chakra. So they can just non-stop throw axes off cooldown whenever he has it. Just spam, spam, spam. They can blinding light her into a bad position. I guess the good news for OG is that at the very least the carry, and I think this was also a part of the pick when they see the Caudal Beast, they want a carry that's sustainable against a lot of spam, and Bloodseeker really fits that bill, because imagine if your carry in this game was like a Terrorblade. You're just non-stop getting bullied out of lane by these two. So I at least think this was a good solution from a carry perspective.
Do you think, so here's a weird question. Obviously CM in theory, well not in theory, in practice very good against summons. Zai, I mean, we've seen this matchup before where Beastmaster just doesn't bother getting boards.
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to. Just max out Axis and Aura here.
Taiga and MC getting chased out. Taiga getting pretty damn low. Pops the Shadow Realm to avoid that last right click.
I think he popped Shadow Realm Salve as he got grenaded, so the healing salve now gone.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, the best timing.
Might just have to walk back to base at this point. That feels pretty bad.
Fight over the Lotus here. Did go the way of the Keeper of the Light.
Courier taken out as well. Axe is coming through. Remember, they just reduced the mana cost of that for some reason. There's the Blood Grenade onto Boxy, but he pops the wand. Getting chased by Yuragi. Bloodright is there. Not going to connect, but he does get the kill via the right click, and we'll have to go through, what are we going to call this little area? That path, the bridge of something.
It reminds me of the bridge in the mines of Moria.
Yeah, I agree.
Need to place Coddle over there for full lore.
True.
He's in the game. We could have it happen. If Boxy stands there and blinding lights the Bloodseeker away,
yeah,
basically as close as you're going to get.
Yeah, and Valve might get copyright stricken from that one as well, of course, because the voice line would have to activate. Taiga getting chased out along with Yuragi in the bot lane. He doesn't have any support as of yet. Axes will connect, but he'll live through it. And
but a good start bot for OG, you got to say, overall. Like, considering the overall power of the lane they're up against, if they can break even here, I think that's pretty good.
Taiga still has not left the lane. He is just sticking around with super low HP.
Oh, that's a good
Frostbite
combo
under
here.
The tower. Sunstrike's coming as well. Will not hit. My goodness. Did not line that one up correctly. And, I mean,
you got to land those if you don't want to go 1 in 15, bro. That's.
I mean, how important is it for BZM to be getting these Sunstrike kills? Because in past patches, that was almost like built into the balance of the hero when Exort was like the super popular build. This was years ago at this point, of course.
I don't think it's particularly important for himself. It's just
like a.
It's
nice
really
bonus.
good for the bottom lane, I think, that he helps out. But he doesn't. I mean, you're not going to say no to kill bounty, but I don't think it's.
MC
If he doesn't get any
getting chased out by Mickey, who has now full Jingu stack. Shadow Realm popped by Taiga. It's a 1v1 battle from each side. And unfortunately for OG, Liquid gets the better of both 1v1s.
Yeah. I can't say I'm surprised this top lane is going this way, and that's why it's twice as important that the bot lane's going okay and mid. Nisha is ahead of the Invoker, though, on the Pango, 27-5 against 22-5.
Okay, that's, yeah.
So he's getting the better of him here. Orb of Corrosion. Maybe with Orb of Corrosion, maybe you can just kill the Forge Spirits, actually. We'll see. It does seem to be the go-to plan here for him, at least. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, it does a lot of damage to BZM as well. He's not quite level 6 here. Not that that's exactly the same as getting level 6 on any other hero, but... How fast do you think Nisha will have to itemize a Linken's? Because, like I said, that is not an item you generally want to go for.
There's no other spell. The really good thing about the Linken's here is no other spell pierces his magic immunity, right? Or his debuff immunity. So he's guaranteed to block the Rupture if he gets it off beforehand. So I would definitely like to see it as like a second or third item.
Nisha.
I think he's going to go Diffusal.
Fold snapped, but be able to close the gap.
What do we buy here? Diffusal into... Can you actually just go Diffu Linken's? Is that good? It doesn't sound too bad when you're playing with Coddle.
You might have to. I mean, sometimes it doesn't matter if it's good, right? Don't you just have to do that at some point?
Not necessarily. I mean, I think the addition of Roll-Up definitely helped Pango against Bloodseeker. It was way worse before that shard. But...
MC getting chased by Mickey.
Nice high five in here.
Yeah, even though he knows that MC did lie in the pregame interview.
I mean, Mick is making him pay for it. This is a straight-up flatulence right now.
Flagellance.
Yeah, there you go. A new word for you today.
Good.
Did you never play Darkest Dungeon?
No.
No. Well, you don't like good games.
Well, I played Dota, so what does that tell you?
Yeah, well, that's the one exception.
Oh, okay.
Actually, not true. You play Wing Win with me, and I enjoyed that. All right.
Frostbite with the Brambles there as well. Boxy is going to get caught, but the Axis from Zai going to give a little bit of pressure here. As
all right, 0 for 2 on the Sunstrike. Nice combo there. Frostbite cucking him out of the kill.
Cucking.
Unfortunate. BZM really wanted that one, and Ketcher was like, nope, that's mine. Gonna grab that on the Maiden. I mean, it was insurance, whatever. It happened.
Yeah, you're playing with 2 stand-ins. You have only played probably a couple games on Invoker, maybe not even with a CM, so communication just not there. MC, though, he's going to die again. Feels very bad.
I mean, they're tripling down on just making his life a living hell.
He doesn't even have the Vanguard yet.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
All right,
Nisha, okay, the first Rupture of the game, attempting to TP out. Sunstrike.
It's a hit.
Is there. All right, hard to miss when it's on a cliff, it seems. Mickey now trying to force the issue. Actually stuck inside the ice wall. Yuragi still available to use some spells. Okay. Mickey will have to force out his Wukong's command.
Like a little bit of a waste there when they did have Blinding Light, but don't think it's too big of a deal. This wasn't a spell that he was likely to want to use in the next 2 minutes anyway. So, shouldn't be the end of the world here. But yeah.
Nay, I say.
And the
Good response from Uragi there. Finding that Pango kill is definitely important for OG, because this game can very quickly get out of hand if Liquid start snowballing with their Beastmaster and Pango and Monkey, all three cores having good games. Things can get scary, but Beastmaster definitely has not had as good of a start as I think Liquid were expecting when they first faced these two. Only sitting at the 3K net worth. He's a full 1,000 behind the Bloodseeker.
But he's still 600 ahead of the enemy offlane.
Both offlaners getting very countered, for sure.
And a little bit different style of offlaners as well. This patch has been more the Underlord type, where you're just getting these auras, right? So Crimson, Pipe, Greaves, depending on what the situation arises. And then for the Beastmaster, this has been kind of the build for years now, it feels like. The helm of the Overlord at some point into... what would you want to go off?
I think you go Helm Pipe here, right? Like, Pipe is just an insane item against Invoker. It's great against Maiden. It's great against Underlord.
Nisha, does he actually want to use his ult? No, he's faking it out.
Yeah, I think Helm Pipe. He might even go Pipe before the Overlord. I'm a bit curious to see if he does that. But maybe you have to buy Helm of the Overlord because you're playing against Underlord. And then...
yeah, it fits
the
lore.
You outlord him, basically.
Yeah. Now, Nisha level 8, we have... I don't think we've seen the Rolling Thunder quite yet.
Nope.
If I'm not mistaken. And from BZM's side on the Invoker, he will be going for the Witchblade. And... haven't really seen the Exort Invoker all that often. All too much in the last couple years. What's the build for him?
That's the thing about Exort Invoker. I actually think there's a lot of different paths to take. So you definitely do want to itemize your right click, obviously, because you have so high damage. And he already started out with the treads for attack speed, and now he's going the Witchblade. The alternative way to go is obviously Midas and playing greedier, but probably has to read that will be too slow.
Nisha. Swashbuckle nets him a kill onto Kitrak, and there's the Rolling Thunder. Taiga's gonna be the recipient of this one next to the Lotus Pool. He will die. Very easy pickup from Liquid.
Insania going as close as possible in the hope that you get more int, but then he got blinding lit away, but he was still in range. Yeah. Boxy tried his best there. Messed him up. Looking good for Liquid,
at 11 minutes on a position 5 silencer. That
feels good.
Pretty damn good.
Nisha. No mana.
Nisha, yeah. There's Sunstrike. Will hit. And the Root. Frostbite won't do enough damage.
And he has regen, so it's all in vain, actually.
Yeah,
it's just dead damage. That's a term now. Learned it from BSJ's course, of course.
Dead lane, dead damage.
Dead damage.
11 Forge Spirits have been killed.
The combined meme number.
All of it on Pango.
So. Okay, just half his health. It's fine.
Yeah, this is perfectly balanced. Shield crash. Kitrak does get off the Frostbite, but this feels like...
dare I say -2?
Yes, indeed. As Insania, he's going to get ruptured, but he's going to be happy with the permanent 10 int, trying to deny himself.
That was close.
But
that was a really good try, actually.
Good attempt. Not to be. Maelstrom now online for Uragi. As Zai finally has the helm of Dom.
So what's he eyeing up now? He's going to go Overlord first, it looks like. Okay, so we'll get that.
BZM's here with the Cold Snap.
Oh, nice tornado
and
level
the Ice Wall. Gets off the Balance Strike. Mickey actually has to use his ult to try to stay alive. He gets the extra armor out of it. But the Meteor coming down right on top of his head.
No,
BZM
he's
is
not
the one
winning
taking
this.
most of the damage.
Oh my god, if he would have killed anyone there, that would have been a tragedy for OG. Yeah, they both played it to the limit. It wasn't really even that close to a kill. So just very much a waste of time and resources there. Mickey will just return to farming.
And Liquid with a very casual 3K lead at 12.5 minutes. I mean, versus that last patch, how much... Like, I feel like in the last patch, 3K lead at 12 minutes is pretty big. Would you say that's
still the
about
case.
The same?
It's obviously way more lineup specific. I think something that I've noticed over the games of this tournament is that there's definitely game states that feel different, where you would be like, okay, 5K lead right now is absolutely monumental, but the losing team nowadays feels like they can find their way out of it in more situations than not. A great example was the game we had yesterday between EG and BetBoom.
Invoker versus Monkey King. First global silence comes out. BZM getting controlled. Insania has come as well. Nisha misses the Swashbuckle, but gets his ult off. Now pursuing the Invoker. Gonna proc once as Taiga gets off a nice ult of his own to try and control the enemy team, but looks like BZM will eventually fall. They don't have vision though, but the shield crash is there. Nisha gets the all-important kill on the OG mid laner.
A little bit of an X factor at play there. Keep in mind how bad Invoker is against Arcane Curse.
Oh my god.
You have a very memorable clip of that one.
Yeah,
not you personally, but
I would never.
Good old fails of the week.
Yeah.
With an Invoker having 2 billion stacks of Arcane Curse from just casting Invoke and never letting it run out.
Yeah. I'm surprised you remember that one.
Yeah. I remember a lot of things. I remember all your greatness. It's an old video.
Yeah, that's true. Back when I was relevant.
Hasn't been much to speak of since then, but we will never forget that video.
That's why I'm stuck with you. Tier 1 tower taken out by Liquid. 5K lead for them.
We have fallen.
And we're going to see the replay here. As BZM. Yeah, I think this was an invisible, I mean, not that it was that difficult, invisible shield crash.
Yeah.
Did not have vision at all there. OG smoking. They need to start getting some sort of momentum on their side because this is getting a bit scary. I mean, MC has his Vanguard, but obviously still quite far behind Zai. 2K behind, in fact. My goodness, I didn't think it was that bad.
Mike with a nice dodge there. Getting out of the brambles and jumping trees. Jumping into a bramble now.
It's always classic.
Wants to
Nisha
fight.
Again, Rolling Thunder. Diffusal, gonna hold Taiga in place.
This is such a bad matchup for Willow. Pango is a nightmare matchup. You can't do anything.
That's a good area to roll as well. Enough space to be able to lock somebody down. And with that, another kill goes the way of Liquid. Pavis online for Boxy.
Yep. Interesting choice. I feel like it's not a particularly good Pavis game necessarily. Like, the vast majority of OG's damage is coming from the source of spells. It can give you a little bit of sustainability against Bloodseeker when he runs at you.
They're worried about that, you know, the alacrity Bloodseeker.
I mean, it's definitely going to be useful, but you're always justifying that against alternatives, right? Like, the Coddle could have rushed a pipe this game if they don't want to get it on the Beastmaster as an example. Coddle is one of the amazing things about this hero as a force that it will find farm if you want it to.
Nisha, he wants to do something, but he gets ruptured first. Yuragi still in the area to just right-click casually, and they're going to be able to get this kill extremely easily. Nisha's still ruptured, but his entire team is here. He's actually going to use Swashbuckle. He does not care that he's ruptured at all. Looking towards BZM. It's getting pretty close, but they finally do take out Nisha. BZM, if they can clean him up, this will still be very good for Liquid, and they do just that. So a 2-for-1, make it 3. As Kitrak takes a tumble. Do they have a cancel? They do. Mind Control showed up just to die. 4-1 for Liquid.
I love the way Nisha played that fight. That was really, really well done. He endured as long as he could, and then he knows here, he swashbuckles right before the Pit of Malice catches him, and after the Rupture has ended. So you couldn't really have done this any better. And yeah, he will end up dying for it, but he really maximized the output of his hero in that situation. If he stands there and gets caught in the pit, that's the end of the fight probably for him, but this way he dealt an extra 1,000 damage with his 2 spells and got in close and personal on the Invoker. His teammates could clean that up. This is a really, really substantial lead that Liquid are building for themselves, and they have the luxury of having really good vision too. They're playing with Beastmaster, they're playing with Monkey King. They're going to keep being able to control the map really well. Kitrak getting spotted there.
Yeah,
along with
they want Taiga. That's who they want. Yeah, Rolling Thunder for Nisha. And another death on Taiga's resume for this game. Does have quite a bit of shield applied to him right now, but...
More int for Insania.
Yeah, what are we at now?
Real 5 head.
Okay. 16. Not bad, not bad. I wonder what the record is for a position 5 at this stage. It's got to be approaching somewhere around there. It's BZM, he goes invis, but they have the Sentry, and they have the damage. More int for Insania.
Every time they kill him, he loses 2 damage.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because for lore implications, Wyvern is a universal hero, but Invoker, who uses all powers of the universe, is an int hero.
Well, you're also, very important to make that distinction.
It is, because then him losing int is more damage loss.
Well, something that's a little bit more actually relevant, losing int, you're losing magic resist now, right?
That's true too, yeah.
So Silencer not only did Silencer get buffed in that aspect, but they got rid of every non-tier 5 neutral item that dispelled.
Yep.
That is a huge buff.
That is absolutely huge for the hero.
Global Silence is a spell again. They basically re-added it to the pool. And now you have to buy a BKB or a Lotus or a Greaves or whatever the million other items. But you have to spend money, basically, to counter this hero.
Yeah. Unfortunately, all of those items are kind of nice.
Yeah.
So you're
going to get them anyway.
But But it's true. You don't get them for free. And you don't get the additional one, right? Because in the past, you'd maybe have like Lotus and a neutral item. So at least now you need to commit to removing global, and then you can be susceptible to other things. But we'll see if the game even gets to that state. You know, those tier 4 neutral items that used to be a thing would be minute 37 at the earliest. And at the rate Liquid are going, I don't know if we're going to get that far. OG really needs to start showing some signs of life here in this game.
Yeah.
Kind of all Liquid, every move. They're controlling the map. They're playing fast. And this is the dream game to be Beastmaster in. Like, when you have this kind of a start on your other lanes, the game just feels so fluent.
Taiga,
BKB,
Global Silence goes off, and he's going to get cleaned up again.
What's the worst that can
10K lead for Liquid. A very rare lyrical line coming up.
Unnecessary.
No, I know.
Unnecessary jab. Poor guy.
Well, mine's rare as well, but
that's true.
Him and Taiga have a connection.
They do.
You know?
Yeah, both very positive people.
Yeah.
Very optimistic.
Who's the most... Wait, did you just leave a neutral there? Okay. Nisha? Excuse me.
Who's the most what?
Who's the most toxic? Who's the no, not toxic. Who's the most negative pro player? Because that's the person I could have a connection with.
Oh.
So how does stealing their token work? Because is it the person that, like, once you activate it, it's considered yours? Because you can't share it, right?
I actually haven't had that happen in the game. I don't know.
It's very strange. I did not notice it was... In fact, it doesn't even have a neutral item for Nisha. It's like, not even needing it. It's all good.
Boy,
everyone's being delivered, but...
Surely. Hello?
Well, we're at the 20-minute mark now. No, he just doesn't have it, right?
Yeah. And he is indeed going exactly what we thought. Diffu into Linken's complete now.
Tormentor is here for a little bit. The structure is now dead.
Oh, this is a nice start for a game like this as well.
Yeah, recall now added to his repertoire.
They cover the map so well already that now they can start playing the Monkey King or the Beastmaster just flat out in a side lane, just pull them in to fight. Just added efficiency.
This is one of my favorite tier 2s for Pango.
Huge lifesteal.
Actual lifesteal and spell lifesteal, both of which are good.
Yep.
Love this thing.
And 300 night vision. Yep, that's the last thing that it gives.
That's right. But that's, I mean, obviously he has Linken's now, but even if you're going to rupture him, he could get a lot of that HP back with one swash, in theory, as the other Tormentor will go down. OG, get a shard for the old CM. Now, I've noticed that a lot of the supports, a lot of these games, we're seeing the exact same support shards constantly getting
That's because we see the same supports.
Yeah, we're seeing the same supports. I mean, Dark Willow's here. We could have seen that.
True.
That would have been a new one.
That's right.
But the game is biased.
It would definitely be the one they would want this game. The Cursed Crown one, I think, would just be better.
Yeah.
Because it's unlikely Maiden gets a good ult off here. She's just going to get torn apart from everything. This is a very, very rough game to be an underfart Maiden in. You just can't go in. Like, they can just blow at her and she dies at this point. What's her health? 1,000? As the specialist array, so she can get that split shot on Maiden. Very nice.
Wait, what stats does that give?
It gives all stats.
Okay.
And some damage.
But she's not universal, so not truly efficient. All right. Outpost taken by OG. The lead has not grown in the last couple minutes. Of course, Liquid haven't looked to go get the old Roshan yet as well. So OG are, I guess you can call it stabilizing to a degree, but are they getting the items? Like, at what point do you think that they can fight? Is there something that they're looking for? The BKB for Yuragi would be pretty big, obviously, but he's not. He's still a full recipe away. As Liquid, oh, they're actually going to go for Roche, and it's being scanned, so Liquid have a good idea that this is happening.
Oh no, this is not going to end well for
Freezing
OG.
field.
Prediction time, they're all going to die.
They're all going to die, you think? I don't know, Roshan's getting pretty low.
Damn.
Taiga, he's going to try to block them out with a Bramble. He's going to get stunned right off the bat, though. Yuragi gets the Aegis, so they successfully get Roche, but Liquid still want to fight. The Roar and the Pango roll on top of BZM. He's already at half HP. They're focusing him down very easily, and OG, despite getting Roche and Aegis, they lose the Aegis. They lose basically, oh, a beautiful ult coming out from Taiga. Is that enough to save anybody? Yes, Yuragi actually gets out. The beautiful Terrorize.
All right, incorrect prediction. They only lost 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Not all.
And in theory, they deny Aegis to Liquid,
That's
right? If you look at it that way.
It's inconsequential, really, at this point, right? Like this.
You can see that Insania is opting. He's going to be going for a double Rapier here pretty soon.
Oh,
and it's quick buy. After the has to wait for Hurricane Pike, though, of course.
Yeah, Pike first.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, they cut him down.
Yeah.
No BKB.
Stun. And now inside that pit, it's going to proc a second time. Ruptures there as well.
Nice find.
That is a beautiful kill for OG. And
now Nisha gets caught again.
Well. Nisha, swashbuckle, stun strike, boom!
On
2 cores dead just like that. OG, maybe they're back in this thing.
Yeah, Meike just went a little bit too far there with no BKB, and they punished him immediately. Great reaction from OG, and now they get to invade and start playing the enemy triangle a little bit, maybe push some damage onto the mid-tier 2, and if nothing else, maybe get some good vision out here. Taiga is running all the way over here to place what I think will be a deep ward. He's thinking about it. Nope. Didn't place it. There it is. Boom. Headshot.
Well,
headshot in the tail.
That I hit him in the tail.
Tail shot.
Ass shot. That sounds better.
Does it?
Yeah. Yuragi, BKB now, going for the shard, so he's going to get that pure damage.
Gives him more of a fighting chance against Monkey King in the ult. I still don't know if you can realistically stand your ground and fight in there, but I mean, you want the shard anyway.
Yeah.
Taiga.
Yeah, Taiga getting caught out again. Gets the Pavis applied, but it's just too much damage to try to mitigate.
And just see Mickey there waiting on the Boundless Strike, wants to wait for Shadow Realm to end. Boundless Strike, when you use it during Shadow Realm, does the stun but no damage. Because it is based off of it's based off of an attack, essentially. And obviously Shadow Realm, you become unattackable.
Yuragi inside the Boundless. Up the BKB, attempting to run, but he's going to get chased. Will he get out? It's going to be close! Oh my god, that last hit.
Damn, Crimson Guard's pretty good.
It is. MC, though, he's the one getting pursued.
MC's pretty dead.
Well, do they have the stun?
No.
Yeah, Boundless back up.
Saves his buddy, though. Well worth the sacrifice. Saving Bloodseeker is huge. Top net worth in the game right now. Surprisingly, is sitting on OG for another 2 seconds before Beastmaster will overtake him now.
And the lead, again, no matter what's happened, the lead's still around the same that it's been for the last 10 minutes. 22 int, I think, on Insania now.
Beastmaster is definitely going to become a bit more of an X factor later in this game as well. We keep talking about the early pressure with this hero, you know, taking control of the map, spamming out the lane with axes, but the BKB piercing stun is big here because Bloodseeker has to run in and start smacking people if they want to win fights as OG, and he's always going to be susceptible to getting hit by that roar. So I wonder if we're actually going to see a Linkins as part of the build. Oh, okay. He's queued it up just now. So he's preparing for that inevitable problem on the Bloodseeker that he has to solve, and this is the way to do it. It doesn't feel great because it is an expensive item you have to buy, but the alternative is going a standard build and then not getting to play at all in the fights. So you kind of...
Well, it's only fair. Pango has to go an item he doesn't want to go for either, so...
It feels less bad on Pango, though, right? Because it's like... It's such a big part of your hero to be in your ult anyway, that when you're in there, a lot of your net worth doesn't necessarily pay off massively. Whereas for Bloodseeker, every single item slot, he wants to have damage as much as possible to just snowball fights. So it is going to slow him down a decent
I think
amount.
the problem is you don't really have a teammate that's farming well enough that can go for Linkins for you, right?
Yeah, that's also true.
Like you can look at the net worth, it's him, and he's on an island.
This often happens to Invoker when he doesn't go Midas.
Yeah, that's fair.
Pretty uncharacteristic for BZM to not buy that when he's playing Exort. And I wonder if he regrets it. At the same time, like, they were getting crushed, right? If he would have gone Midas, it would have been even greedier, but at this point, could have maybe paid off. I don't know how much value he really got out of this Witchblade. And now that...
The Hawk is scouting them out, and Liquid have smoke, so they have a good idea where the rest of OG are.
Yep.
And Taiga, he's going to tank the gank. Black runs right into that.
Hello! Willow!
He's a bit annoying to take out, but...
-2.
They find him anyway. Indeed, another -2. There's the roar inside the Wukongs. And Underlord, Mr. MC, has dropped as well. So 2 quick kills for Liquid.
Now that death was avoidable after Taiga found them, I would say. I think Mind Control felt safe there, and they weren't going to dive in between the towers, but they ran straight in there. Actually, there was no tower. They've already taken the mid-tier too, so even more susceptible.
Now they can poke the high ground. That's the 6th death for MC. As Kit Rack, he's going to get... He had... the thing about
Talk about long-range artillery.
Yeah.
1,300 damage there.
It doesn't take much for Liquid to be able to kill him from that far away. And they're going to get this tier 3. And they might just reset a bit. Force Staff on Anisha. Make sure he doesn't get ruptured. And Liquid are going to be happy with this.
Gonna take the Wisdom right here.
Oh, yeah.
Make it close to level 20 talent.
20. Very nice.
Monkey King's 20 talents are pretty decent, you would say. Actually, I mean, the stun talent is insane. It's incredible. Yep. Lowers the cooldown from 22 to 15 on Boundless.
Yeah, he has an interesting talent.
It's one of the best talents in the game, actually. One of the best 20s. This is really, really good for the hero.
Well, Nisha goes into the roll-up form.
Oh, global to save him.
Global silence just to save, make sure he doesn't get caught out in a weird position.
A little overly defensive there again on the global, but they can afford it.
Yeah, especially with all that int, you know, Insane already basically has full mana again after that, you know.
Oh, I thought you were going to make a joke that despite having all that int, he's still using his ulti incorrectly. Thought that was a little harsh.
Oh.
But
I'm not you.
No, that's true.
I don't bash.
I'm a very negative person.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Oh, here comes
Roll.
Nisha.
Yep, Taiga does get off the Shadow round, so not as easy to kill him, but he is perpetually slowed and will go down to the Boundless Strike. Did require Nisha to ult. Is that enough for them to poke at the high ground?
Yep.
Or they don't really have the Aegis or anything like that.
And keep in mind, Monkey King with this Boundless Strike with 15-second cooldown, he can get chakra'd as well.
Yep, that's true.
And now they also have the cooldown reduction creep, it looks like. Where is it?
Do they?
Oh, they have the Time Warp aura. Where is it?
This is going to be the melee rack.
Oh, there it is.
And I think Liquid are just going to back away now.
It was so big I couldn't find the creep.
How much does it give?
10% CDR to all allies.
Is that... Wait. It goes up in...
With time. With time. He's had it for a while.
He's had that one for a long time then. Because
I guess so.
Right now it would be a level 3 even. Because 30 minutes is the level 3.
I don't remember the thresholds, but you're probably right.
It's 15:30.
Okay.
So he's had that before minute 15, right?
Has he had it since minute 14?
I guess. Time to refresh it.
Could also be a...
could be a tooltip error.
Tooltip error, exactly, yeah.
Yeah. That's never happened before. Valve are perfect.
Yep, true.
Waiting around for a Tormentor, potentially. Not
Shout
sure if
out
they've
to our
actually timed
perfect,
it.
flawless Overlords.
That's right.
And Underlords.
Well, not that game. We don't speak about that game.
That's flawless.
Unless you're talking about the MC Underlord, also not flawless. Either way,
not a good day to be an Underlord.
They're fiends to the enemy Tormentor. All right, this is cool.
Grand Theft Tormentor right here. It's straight back. Very cool.
Underlord gets it.
Okay. The global relocate effectively.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I like it.
A nice shard. The Firestorm shard is pretty good. Extra damage. Can cast on yourself if you want. Don't think you do in this game. You're not really going to run in, but not much. Can't with confidence.
Doesn't heal anymore, right?
No.
That was a very brief moment in time, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. And I think their Tormentor should be up pretty soon, if I'm not mistaken. Not sure on the exact time. I mean, that's something that could probably be added to the UI, is the Tormentor timers. For the spectators, of course.
Now that you talked about the healing of Firestorm, you just had me thinking if there could be an interesting way of making an Axe for this hero.
Oh, Liquid actually stole theirs. Okay, I missed it. That was quick.
Yeah,
but they just swapped them.
Yeah. What if Underlord Aghanim's Scepter, you could activate Atrophy Aura and do some sort of explosion based on how much plus damage you had?
Wow, that's very cool.
Yeah, how about that? That would be
Write
really
a letter to Ice Frog.
Really Pit Lord theme.
I mean, you got
expulsion.
You got Fiend's Gate in the game, so you have some value to the community. That's good. Slacks also got the Lycan Ags into the game.
Yeah.
So he is a detriment to the community.
Which one of these is more of a meme, do you think? And which one is the cooler design?
Yeah, that's the real question. I don't know. I had fun casting the tiny Lycan TI.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually
great.
I'm not even being sarcastic. That was fun.
Yeah, thanks, Slacks.
Oh, mainly because of the Christmas tree. Kit Rack. Better be careful.
I think Slacks actually invented Christmas tree.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
He is the Dota Santa Claus.
Yeah.
17k lead here for Liquid. And we can see that Roche is up, and it's in the bottom right. Because it is Radiant side in the day.
Yeah, this is a game-defining moment here.
I think so. Nisha, Swash, they know they're here. Mickey on the trees. Gonna spot Taiga. He gets cut down with the
nice
Fiend's Gate. But they're not gonna be able to follow it up with anything. Nisha, he is ruptured, so he has to stand his ground after the roll-up. Gets off the shield crash for a little bit of damage mitigation, but he's dead. Beautiful rupture, but it's gonna cost them BZM, so it's a 1-for-1 to start this fight. Wukong's command, MC trying to get outside of the beautiful boundless strike onto 3 heroes. Roche just watching from afar like a creeper. Nisha bought back into the game. Gonna be able to take out CM, and MC's out. Taiga, oh my god, the boundless deletes him. So it started out pretty damn good for OG, but in the end, Liquid will secure the second Roche.
I think that was the highest possible impact play Mind Control can find in that fight. He stunned the Monkey King for 4 seconds by putting the gate on top of him, and they used that time to kill Nisha. But again, the advantage is just too much. They have to commit so much into killing this Pango. He buys back, comes back, and the fight's just lost because they've used all their resources. But if they don't,
how did he live? If
they don't go on him, he's going to ruin their fight as well. So damn it if you do, damn it if you don't kind of situation. And yeah, Liquid probably just going to... I mean, I don't know if they can just straight up high ground here. I think Firestorm plus Invoker is always going to be nasty to push into. Might want to take it easy. Might want to control the map more, get more items up. Did they ever complete a pipe? I think they just never bought that. Oh, yeah, they do have it on Beastmaster. Okay. Because that seems to be... I wouldn't even mind them having more than one in order to go high ground in this game.
Well, Liquid have the Aegis, so high ground will be a little bit easier now. And the cheese is on the Pango, so you can theoretically, if you do get ruptured again during Rolling Thunder, you can just rely on the cheese to keep you alive.
Yep.
That's pretty nice. Not sure what they use to proc the Lincolns to begin with, but obviously Nisha will have to get... I mean, that's the thing about Pango. You want to use your Swash into roll, but you might just have to roll from like pretty far away to avoid getting your Lincolns proc.
And he has the dagger, so it's...
Yeah, but
should be okay.
Pango players are greedy. They want that first swashbuckle, right? It's efficient.
Uh-oh, Uragi. Are they going to find him here?
Yep.
They
in
just
his own
might.
triangle.
They
he
will.
Spotted. Abyssal Blade. Well, he's just going to walk away, it looks like. Fiend's Gate's there, posing some potential pressure. They're going to actually use Rupture as well onto Mickey. He's going to have to stand his ground, tornadoed up. And the Terrorize to force him to run a bit, take a little extra of that damage from Rupture. Nice defense there from OG. I mean, Wukong's command was used for that. As the Aghanim Scepter now online.
Well, BZM needs to be careful not to go over
Pango.
Okay. He walked forward a little bit more there. That could have been dangerous, but...
Well, Mickey's on the trees. Fiend's Gate was used, so they have no easy way to destroy the trees. They can spot him, though. There, okay. The Bramble's on top of him, so he's kind of stuck in an awkward position. They're using the Courier to try to scout him out as well, and they do. They'll have to jump away. Now they're trying to kill the Time Lord creep.
No!
Very important. Now he can upgrade it.
Rest in peace, Time
level
Warper.
1. Oh, beautiful initiation. Boundless Strike into Nisha's ult as well. With that shard, or that Aghanim Scepter now online, the Swashbuckles are just doing absolute work. 2 dead in the blink of an eye for OG. They buy back onto the Invoker, though. Attempting to defend. The melee Rax is taking heavy damage as Mickey finally will pop his Wukong's command. Fortification is activated for OG. Trying to delay this as long as possible. There's the Underlord Pit. Nisha jumps in. Swash not going to hit anybody. And doesn't look like Liquid are going to be able to secure the melee racks, at least not yet.
Still forced out the Invoker buyback. Got the tower, got more progress, and didn't lose anything. They still have Aegis and Cheese. You can wait for the cooldowns one more time. Make the same play again, and that's probably going to end the game unless OG can find some...
Yeah, and the beautiful thing about this, Mickey is able to TP top, push it out, and he could just get
they can bring it back.
Time.
Recall is such a... I think it's possibly undervalued. I feel like the Caudals we've seen in this tournament haven't necessarily bought the Shard as much as I would have liked. I think the Shard is extremely valuable. It allows you to just play the map differently entirely as a team. Take advantage of it, and with this bigger map, I don't know if it's better or worse than before. It's always... Having Recall has always been really
Zai, the Time Lord was replaced by an extinct animal in the dinosaur. Triceratops ready. Nisha.
Yeah, he walks straight into
the Rolling Thunder. This is a dieback for BZM. That is not what you want to see if you're an OG fan. And Nisha and company trying to clean up as much as they can, knowing that they'll likely be able to secure a second set of racks. MC does get out, but the two supports plus mid laner take a tumble. And again, the Aegis is still there. Cheese is still there. It's 35 seconds, though, so it'll likely just expire of its own accord. But without a tier 2 tower out, they could theoretically just go for these megas.
Yeah, there's no way in hell OG can fight without the Invoker. So this is a guaranteed free lane. We're going to try to make it a bit difficult for them. Nice. MC just barely outranging the Boundless Strike there. That could have got scary. But second lane goes... Yeah, I think go straight top here. 35 seconds is enough.
Yep, I think so.
Just drop the Wukong's command and go to work.
Indeed. Basically everything up. Pango ult in 10 seconds. If they really need to dive. 20 seconds of delay is possible, but Boundless Strike onto 2. And Tiger's just dead. Does have buyback.
Killed from
Guard was popped to try to
range.
mitigate as much damage as possible, but alas, the tier 3 tower does fall, and they're going to get the Abyssal Blade initiation onto Yuragi, who drops dead. 80 seconds of no Bloodseeker, and MC trying to do as much as he can, but GGs are called. And Liquid, well, they showed up in game number 1, that's for sure.
This was just an easy game for them, really. It didn't really feel like they faced much adversity. I think OG...